they're all okay. Just a little bit of damage to the wing. And it'll be adult mini stocks. Radio, we've got War of the Wings, heat number 3, race number 10. Due to go out at the moment. And just a quick change to your program, folks. There is no B main race. The B main, which is about race 15, 16 or 17, I believe, is not happening today. So let's take that one out of your program. Didn't need the B main. Radio, we'll get this mini stock pushed in. Looks like there is a wee bit of damage to the front. Just looking at those wheels, they don't look exactly where they're supposed to be. Someone had just dug in and curtailed it over. Yeah, hydraulic War of the Wings staff busy sorting out the next heats as they wander out on the track very shortly. We do have the grid order for the next race, and we can tell you heat number 3. It will be the 15C car off the front. That'll be Steve Duff. On the outside, it will be Sam O'Callaghan. Hopefully, they've got their car fired back up again. Then it's the battle of the 7s, the 7T car of Dodge from Cromwell, the 7C of Oscar Harcourt. Then we go back to the 57I from Invercargill, the 56N from Nelson. The 44C will be off-grid 7, grid 8 will be the 16T. Off-grid 9 will be the 35C. Off-grid 8 will be the 44T car. Off-grid 10 will be the 12C of McQuillan. Off 10, 46C. Our last heat winner. That'll be the 78C car. Off-grid 13, the 57N. Off-grid, 57N, that's Connor Rangi. 56, of course, is McManaway. And seeing them all in front of them will be the 64C car of Honeywell. That is your grid order, and it's great to see the 75 car. Old Cletus has done the business there. He's got the car fired up after a rollover in heat 2. And she's ready to go again, and he's going to do it off the front, outside. So hopefully he pick up some good points here for the 75 machine. 64 of Honeywell, he's out third on the pace, but he'll be off the back. He'll see all these cars in front of him for this next dash. Watch for the 78 car of Levisage. He's near the back as well. Second in the first heat. Here we go, the 15 car of Steve Duff. Nearly got it wrong in front of his brother Jamie in the dying laps of the last heat. Hopefully he's got it all sorted. The 12 car of Corey McQuillan, well versed in speedway around various different forms of grades of a race car. The last time I think I saw him was in a saloon car, been in the production. I think he's had a street stock and various other ones, but the Corey McQuillan, good to see him out on the track, and I think he's up on points at the moment too. 44 car of Daniel Anderson, the ranch down here in Tiana, supported the 46C of Joe Myers Jr., our last heat winner. Great to see the combo working well. We saw them up in Nelson before Christmas. The 7 car of Oscar Harcourt has wandered up there as well. The value cars here got Father Martin. Grab the other one, red one. Lined up in the push vehicle. Great to see Martin still supporting his son. Martin, a great Super Saloon driver for a number of years out of the Christchurch club. The 56. 56 of young Campbell Manaway. He's got the nice plain bodywork. He's had to do a wee bit of a rebuild over the Christmas time. Sponsored by Can Do Fishing. 44 car of Chapman out there. Another one that's been around the countryside for quite a while. The 7 car of Dodge, beautiful gold trim in the back of it. The 35 car of Spooner. And seeing them all in front of him, it is the Dalton's machine, the 57, our defending War of the Wings champion. It is Connor Rangi, a former New Zealand youth mini stock champion out of Oxford. And Dad will be looking on, just having a look along the feature race here. Great support always. If you want to catch up with what Connor's up to, he puts it on the Nelson Speedway Club as to what the sprint cars are doing around the countryside. As we see our first car start to get a push off. It is Slam and Sam O'Callaghan. Mate, I'm not sure if that one's on yet. Hey, Jay?
We'll try it.
There we go, look at that. Mate, they've done a great job. Old Cletus has done his job there. A bit like the Dukes of Haslett, I suppose, in the workshop there. He's managed to get the car back on all four wheels and tuning the tyres again.
Yeah, there's a few other teams that pitched in as well to get the Freeman Motorsport 75 car up and running. But, that's actually the nature of the beast. And a lot of these sprint car guys would rather beat the whole field than beat half the field when cars are jammed into trailers. So, everyone pitches in and helps out. Hey, one very quick announcement, Jody. Ricky Rowland, he entered the Jack's Tyres BF Goodrich fans' favourite feature, and we drew Ricky's name out. He reckons Connor Rangi's going to win the feature race. Yeah, there's a good chance too. So, Ricky, we've sent you a text message. If you just head over to the War of the Wings merchandise trailer, see the lovely ladies, show them the text message that I sent you, and you're going to walk home with the $100 that Jacinda's not going to get a grubby maulers onto.
Yes, that joke's certainly starting to wear very thin around the countryside as we get back into the business start of 2023.
What have I started?
2022 was a bit of a write-off. I mean, like, your fuel went up. You can't find an egg in the country. All the chickens have disappeared. Even KFC ran out of cold store. Then they ran out of chips. Mind you, there's a brand new KFC sitting in Richmond and Nelson. But for the life of me, I haven't seen a single seagull in the car park for the last couple of months.
Right, I've managed to find a bit of paper with all these grid drawers that you were talking about before, Jody, and boy, there's battles upon battles right throughout the grid, isn't there?
Mate, there's some quick cars off the back there. You got 78 and Levinson's off the back there. Connor Rangi's got to come through the 64C car. But then you look in the middle of the pack and you go, whoa, the battle of the sevens off there of grid 3 and grid 4. Cameron momentum, mate. If he stiffs a bit at the front, mate, he's hard to pull in. Got to get his confidence back. He's had a wee roll over. And, mate, the one that's going to do it all from grid number 12, I think it is, will be the 46 there, Joel Myers Jr. We'll see what he can do in the last heat. Will he be able to do it again? Can you imagine what happens if the Chinese started doing sprint car drivers that are 3 or 4 years old, like they do with the divers and their snooker prodigies and all that? They started doing sprint cars in China. All right, got them all bunched up this time. Let's have another crack. Restart number 2, heat number 3. Hydrolink War of the Wings. Brought to us by the Recreation Hotel. And we're racing! And it will be the 15 car off Duff that's going to get it through. Dodge slips into second place as a battle round 1 and 2 just going through there. Harcourt slips a little bit down as he goes wide. Just watching for the back markers coming through. But this is 7 car of Dodge just made his way up to the front of the back from the 15 car. And it is, he's gone over. And this once again looks like a complete restart. And Honeywell will see them all from the back. Levinson's up there as well. There's Myers. Got 4 cars on the outside in front of them, 8 total. About to go racing. Will Dodge try and get a jump? And this stuff that's going to lead them through. Callahan holds on to second place. It's a 57 of McIntyre. Tries to get underneath the 7 of Dodge. Go back to the 56 of Manaway. And we just look to see some of the speeds that's coming through the back. Round 3 and 4, so we've got a lap down after 15 laps for this heat. And it is full horsepower down. Front tyres up for the 15 of Steve Duff Jr. Down the front straight he goes. He's got Sam Callahan. Dodge coming through. Then we go back to the 16 car of Anderson. 57 of McIntyre gets a little bit loose in the marbles. McManaway bounces on him. Looks like the 12 car of McQuillan trying to get underneath the 35 of Spooner. Here comes the 64 of Honeywell. He's managed to get past the 57 of Rangi. The 78 of Levinson's as the 46 of John Wise Jr. starts to charge up the field. He's in the 6th place. He's got rid of 2. And Slam and Sam McKellen's going to be hard to catch from the front. Duff's about to come under the charge from Dodge. Jaden Dodge trying to charge through us. We've got two caught up. It is Connor Rangi and Matt Levisich. And Daniel Anderson's also parked up on there on turn 2. Might have just come to a halt. We've gone orange. So down towards the back of the pack, I was watching the front. And it is Levisich and Connor Rangi. And Connor Rangi's popped his belts. Just having a look down there. So action aplenty with the sprint cars this time round. And this will be a bit of an interesting one for the main final. A couple of quickies off the back. Daniel Anderson having problems over the back there in the ranch car. So we'll see if we can fire up the 44 machine. Hopefully it'll keep going. It looks like he might be heading infield. Don't know if he was caught up in that one. It's too quick to see what the go was in there. That's three big names out of this third heat. Possible flat tyre, is it? Yeah, flat tyre. And the 44 machine comes to a halt pretty quickly. And have you heard how the Hoosier situation is for the old sprint cars going into the New Zealand title? Have they got a shipment arrive from America, making sure they've got plenty of tyres?
I think everyone looks after themselves with tyres, Jody. Though, you know, you start rationing things out a bit, so that's just how it rolls, isn't it? Hey, maybe towards the end of the season, things are going to get a little bit more dire, I would think.
I think there was a bit of an issue up in the North Island. Was it towards the end of last year? A few of them were trying to run on tyres and hitting the last end because they just couldn't get any more tyres back in. And I saw some of the ones that were happening up at Western Springs. Some of those cars were coming off. They actually shortened the races down, which was probably lucky because they're basically down to cord. And they're only, halfway through the sort of 50-odd lappers. They're only halfway through and there's basically nothing left on the tyres. So it looks like they're just trying to separate these two cars. They must have been locked up. Connor Rangi looks like he's trying to do his belts back up. You might be able to get underway. Not too sure what the ruling is once you break your belts on a race car. If you can get them back on again, get racing again. Looks like they managed to separate the cars. I'll wait to see if there's any damage on the 57 machine or the 78 machine. Toyco machine. Big trip down from Auckland, saw the weather report.
Well, I'm just wondering how Ricky Rowland feels, winner of today's fans' favourite feature. Ricky, she chose Connor Rangi to win. He's got the 100. I got the photo sent through. Ricky's got the $100. So, yeah, Connor's certainly going to have to make up some ground on that one.
Yeah, well, you never know, of course, the final races. It could be a one from the back. We'll wait and see what unfolds. Of course, it is 29 laps, a big race. Just struggling to get through these ones. Looks like they've separated these cars, so might just be checking them out. There we go. Wide it up. And it will be Duff going up and over, high and wide. More restarts in the 2020 cricket match. Here we go. Racing. There will be the 75 of Sam McCallan. Fires them in again. It's a head round 1 and 2. Trying to get them all sorted. They've got round 1 and 2. The 44 just parks it back a bit. Chapman has arrested for a round. Track's just starting to lose a little bit of his luster. As McCallan fires round from Dodge. Here we go back to Anderson. McManaway. Myers. Here comes the 12 of McQuillan. Rangi makes another space up behind Honeywell. So a few minor battles as they tilt themselves out. Who's dialed in? It's Myers on the charge once again in the 46 machine. Anderson, the accountants in his sights as they head round 3 and 4. But the gap's opened up for the 75 car. Slamming Sam as the 46 car shuffles past the 16 car of Anderson. He's got Dodge in his sights this way down, working his way up. Still got plenty of laps for the 16-year-old USA sensation. As they dole down another lap, down the front they go. Sam O'Callaghan's just got to keep the pace up. As Dodge comes through, then we go back to Myers. Bit of a gap to Anderson. Then we go back to the 56 of McManaway. Here comes Rangy on a charge. Trying to get past the 57 of McIntyre's going to go down the inside. No, he's going to bucket that. Try around the outside. As they've closed up the gap for the front three. And Dodge not far off the back. O'Callaghan makes a break. O'Callaghan makes a mistake. He goes from first to third. Dodge jumps the gap. He's got Myers not far off. Well, the 60-year-old managed to dial it in. Round the back straight, here he goes, round the outside. Sits behind him, puts some pressure on Dodge. Round 3 and 4, just sits here quietly. Got the power, got the speed. As he got the line, trying to sit round there, pressure. Gonna shoot round the outside. Dodge tries to cover, slingshots himself into the lead. Does the 60-year-old USA sensation as Ringer's on the charge as well. But it is a 46 C car of Joe Myers Jr. has overcome all the incidents to lead this heat number 3 of the HydroLink War of the Wing Series. Bit of smoke coming and starting to come out of the 57 machine as O'Callaghan holds on to second place. Rangy still on the charge, white flag out this time round for Myers. Dodge trying to catch the 46 machine, but I think there's no answer for him. O'Callaghan holds on to third. Here we go. Rangy just trying to get through, trying to get past McIntyre's. Campbell McManaway holds a little bit. And McManaway goes wide, touches the wall. Got problems in the 56 machine. Might go to a caution. Won't matter. Will he make it past the line? No, he's parked up in turn 4 is Campbell McManaway. He's 300 metres, 5 restarts short of finishing heat number 3. But there we go. They breed him young, they breed him fast, they breed him hard in the USA. And Joel Myers Jr. picks up the race win in heat number 3. And his patience and perseverance has paid off, AJ.
Yeah, it has. He's a really, really patient driver, isn't he? And it's almost as though he plots the course as the race goes on and just knows exactly what he needs to do to grab those maximum points. There was no stroll in the park because he really had to work for it. And, Jaden Dodge is tougher than $2 stake, and those two had a great old battle there. Joel Myers Jr., second heat race win of the day. Good redemption there for Sam O'Callaghan, certainly a reward for the efforts in the pits by his crew, grabbing that third spot, and Matthew Anderson in fourth. Radio, Joel Myers Jr., 2 heat races, 2 heat race wins. Doesn't get much better than that, setting up good for a feature win, a feature start near the front of the field.
Yeah, that one's going to rely on Pilger on the dash here coming up. But yeah, definitely kind of got lucky there. We had some good cars in front of us drop out, unfortunately. And we started 10th there, so just kind of worked our way around. And I actually thought it was about like a 6-lap heat race at home. So we only put 10 gallons of fuel in. So the last 3 laps is running out of fuel. So that's kind of known for me right now, is running out of fuel leading. But somehow I was able to hold on and, yeah, just try and rip the top, go where they want. So just kind of try some things in this dash here coming up and see if we can take them into May Event.